Hey guys, back again. Video number 4 on the channel. Feeling pretty good. Now, recording is fun because this is like the third take that I've tried to do of this, because once there was construction going on outside and that was fun, and then one time the camera, just decided to have an error 5 minutes into my video, and I'm just like, wow, that's fun. First world YouTuber problems, I guess. But as you can see by the words on the lovely notepad that I have written, this is going to be another seemingly somber in nature video to go along with the yesterday's what happened to me when my grandma passed away video. But this channel is not going to turn into one of those doom and gloom, only sad things to talk about channel. Because, I mean, when you think back to it, I was talking about fears, I talked about my grandma died, now I'm talking about mistakes and regrets I made in my life. But don't worry, it's not going to be one of those channels. But yesterday, in the Fire Snubbed video, I used a metaphor about how when my grandma passed away, I kind of made the car run out of gas or the train run out of steam, and I was pretty much left to my own devices to trek the world as a whole by itself. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It just realized, or I just realized, that with that came experiencing life of my own. Now, in high school, I realized I kind of did something like what was happening to me in my youth again, which is not very smart, but hindsight is 20/20 and all that. So, this is what I consider the mistake and or regret of my high school career. This may be common knowledge to some of the people that I've already know and already have watched my videos, but to some that still I know and watch my videos, it might be a trigger, or it might be offensive, or it might be just something you never knew about me. But I consider my biggest regret and mistake of high school to be joining NJROTC. Now I'm sure most of you know what that is, but for those who don't, it's the Naval Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. Pretty much the baby Navy. The place you go to learn how to be in the Navy so that you can actually go in the Navy when you get out of school. I'm paraphrasing, of course. But I joined that whole program and debacle of my life as a follower, which was the first mistake I made. Now, I have a very limited friend group. I probably could have counted on my hands, just my hands, how many friends I had between middle school and high school that still stayed with me through middle school and high school, all the way to now. So, one of the very few friends I had that went to GHS with me, because, many high schools, so once you graduate middle school, life hits you like a cue ball and just splits your group of friends in every direction possible. So, being that I had one good friend go to the high school I went to from middle school that I remember, and that he was joining the NJROTC program, I was like, that'll keep me close to him, so why not? And another reason that happened, or I was like that for 8 years ago, was because I was the loner type. Yet, ironically enough, I didn't like being alone. I just found myself alone the most often. So, being that that was the case with me, I clung to the friendship that I had from middle school that followed me into high school. So, essentially, I strapped myself into another car of letting life be pre-planned for me thus losing the individuality and the freedom that I got when my grandma died. Which sounds really bad, makes her sound like an oppressive grandma. She really wasn't, though. It's just once she passed away, I realized there was more to life than soon as you were born, educating yourself about the world and making one straight goal to head to for the rest of your life. Especially in the ages of 8 to 12. It's not where you want to make the final decision of where you want to shoot. Some people can. I'm not one of those people. So, senior year of high school, I realized I realized that that's what I was doing. That's what I had to do. I sold away my individuality to stay close to some friends. Now, I won't fully say I regret it because I did make some good memories and I do have some good friends now because of that program. But that's not something, thinking back to, only having one high school career, you wanted to spend 3/4 of doing. So, in senior year, I unplugged myself from the matrix, as you will, and, said, wait, this is my life, and joining for friends doesn't really make sense because as a freshman, there's obviously going to be a multitude of opportunities to make friends. But again, hindsight is 20/20. So now I'm in the process of taking back that lost time because once I slipped back into the car of life that drove me without me actually driving, I lost some self-development time in my life, I believe. So that's probably why I had such a long funk after high school. Just went from working to working to working. And now I'm still trying to play catch up. A lot of people look at me and see me as the silent, strong type, or that doesn't talk a lot, or that has things going for him type. But that's not because that's been my plan all along. It's probably because I'm technically new to this, self-identity, self-developing thing. So I seemingly have nothing against me so far. So this whole YouTube thing, this whole working at a newspaper place thing, is really still steps on my self-development train or self-development path. Because I'm not getting back on a train that I'm not in control of course. So with that, this YouTube channel and all the people that follow me along this journey to make a YouTube channel are still watching me in self-development. Like my first video, you can tell it's obviously different from my second video from my third. I'm trying to keep steadily improving because the people that do watch and the people that have given me the criticism, it has been constructive, and I appreciate everybody who's given me that constructive criticism. I'm only on day 4, so a lot more can happen later on this year, later on this month, etc. By even next week, I can be a certain level of further down along my path. So, to all who want to join me on this, and to all who wants to see how I go from point A to point B to point C, etc., you just gotta subscribe. You just gotta hit that bell for notifications if you want to constantly see this journey. Some people just want to see the end goal, and I can understand that because life is short, so we're not exactly here to look at every other person's progress in the world. We're here to look at our own and all the people along the way that we meet. If we want to spend time with and see their progress as well, we can do that. But if you want to watch this journey, and if you want to see where this channel goes, just hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, leave a like if you like the videos, leave a comment if you have something you want to ask me, have some constructive criticism, have criticism period, because if you have negative criticism, I'm not going to hate you. It's going to be a type of fuel to push me forward. So, anything you have to say, if you like it, show me that you like it. And that's it for today. Until tomorrow. See you.